Hello and welcome back to Witchy-Woo Tarot. My name is Chris and this reading is for the twin flame soul connections out there. It won't be for everyone watching, but if it resonates with you, please let me know in the comments. And if not, be sure to check out my other videos for messages you need to hear. And remember, time, energy, and gender are fluid, so feel free to reverse roles however you see fit. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. So thank you so much to all of my new and returning subscribers. You guys are amazing. Your love and support on this channel is so appreciated, especially to my new 1,000 subscribers that we've gained in the last month alone. You guys are so awesome, like for real. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Thank you for your likes, your subscriptions, all of your comments. I love hearing stories from you guys. I love connecting with you so much. So please be sure to follow me on social media if you aren't already. And all of my information and my links will be in the description box below. So this is going to be your mid-month musical messages edition. And we will be checking in on DM and DF, which are basically cute little nicknames we give our twin flame because we know it's not about gender. So it's not really divine masculine or male or divine feminine or female. It's about the positive and negative polarities that live within each and every one of us. So this entire journey is all about balancing those polarities, as we know, understanding that separation is an illusion. It's not actually real because you are your twin flame. So guys, whether you resonate with divine masculine or divine feminine energy, it just depends on where you are in your own personal journey. And like I say all the time, reverse the roles however you see fit, because, you know, you may consider yourself a divine feminine, but like I said, we all have the masculine and feminine or positive and negative energy within us. So sometimes you might resonate more with the masculine side of things. It really just depends on what's going on in your personal story, which could be a trillion different things, right? So again, this is about energy, and we're going to see where the energy lies as we approach the new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius. Sagittarius, right? Yeah. It's Sagittarius. So guys, you'll have to tell me what's going on with you as far as ascension symptoms are concerned. Are you having crazy dreams? Are you experiencing weird and unexplainable things that don't usually happen to you? Because we are in the middle of an eclipse tunnel, and also we are approaching the Great Conjunction. It's a lot that's going to be going on, and we are only 2 weeks away from the new year. So let's see what energy is going to be at play over the next week or so. Again, time is fluid, which is also kind of a reason I never put dates on my readings. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I don't really go by the months or the dates. I just go by the season astrologically. I just find it to be more fluid than a specific date and time. So for the masculine, we have perception. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. Saucy. Okay, so masculine. Perception is reality, right? And so what we perceive to be true is actually true within our own reality. And so perhaps maybe the masculine is starting to reflect on what he perceived or what he thought was real versus what actually is real. Okay? Perception is kind of like an illusion because everyone's perception of things is different. I mean, you could take 50 people and all show them the same thing, but their perception of it would probably all be different. I mean, you'd have some people who would be similar, but everyone perceives everything in life differently. And so maybe the masculine is starting to come to that place where they're kind of seeing beyond that illusion, right? They're seeing beyond what they thought to be true versus what actually is. And I think they're actually starting to perceive things in a new way. So for the feminine, we have change. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever-changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. Wow, I love this for the feminine. This is beautiful. It's like feminine's going with the flow. She's embracing change. She's appreciating it, actually, and she's understanding that, you know, everything has an ebb and flow. Everything has its time and place. And so it doesn't really matter. She doesn't need to cling to any false realities. She just needs to go with the flow and just, you know, gracefully dance, it says. Gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality. So instead of looking at change like a tower moment, she's looking at as like the Fool energy, this like brand new beginning at any moment, at any time, because she's embracing the now. That's very powerful for the feminine. And for both, we have Merkabah. Oh, wow. You know what's crazy, guys? For some reason, I was setting up my crystals for this new setup here. And for some reason, I was like, I want this Merkabah on my table. And look at that. The first reading, we have Merkabah for the twins. The frequency of Merkabah supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse into other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our highest purpose. Wow. I kind of feel like masculine and feminine are both transcending up into higher levels of consciousness now. They're kind of tying together and connecting the dots of everything that they've been through and all the different realities and timelines and lifetimes that they've interacted. And it's all starting to kind of swirl into this one big jelly, right? Like think about mixing a, cake batter and you're throwing things in there maybe, or mixing something like a spell or a potion, anything that you would mix together. Once you start mixing all of those elements, they start to meld into one another. And so I kind of feel like both masculine and feminine are starting to, like I said, transcend the illusions, raise their vibration to higher levels of consciousness. And it says here too, to access our Akashic inheritance as well. So again, merging with the previous timelines and lifetimes that perhaps they have intertwined. So it's all starting to make sense, right? It's all coming together, guys. So let's get into the masculine energy. First, I'll be using the Tattoo Tarot. Ooh, if I can shuffle the Tattoo Tarot. There we go. So, wow, powerful energy to start the reading. I'm very interested to see how it all goes down. That one was much better. Sometimes I feel like I have tiny baby hands when I'm shuffling these cards. All right. Just wanted to get a couple of good shuffles in this bad boy. All right, so let's see what's going on for the masculines. Head space, heart space, how they're viewing the feminine, what intentions they have to move forward, and their desired outcome. Head space, please. Oh, come on. Look at me, I was about to complain about the slowness, and here it comes. So we have the Seven of Cups and the head space. Whew, heart space, here we go. Masculine. Oh my gosh, I mentioned the Fool earlier too. Wow. How are they viewing the feminine? Oh my gosh. We have the Two of Cups, guys. So I'm going to have to, you already know I'm going to mess with these cards. Their intentions towards the feminine. Okay, wow, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is about to be a really beautiful reading on the masculine's end. I don't know about the feminine. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what mood the feminine's in for this reading. Are the cards even close to being straight? Kinda. All right, and then finally, what is the masculine's desired outcome with the feminine? Okay. We have the 9 of coins. Interesting. We are going to clarify. Bottom of the deck for the masculine, we have the Queen of Coins. I love how the Queen of Coins was actually in reverse, and I had to turn it over to talk about her. So Queen of Coins, Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, and this is processed energy for the masculine. So it looks to me like, I don't know, this could be the masculine, you know, kind of leaving a situation with a Queen of Coins character, someone maybe who could be the mother of their children perhaps, or could just be someone that they are married to, partners with. Queen of Coins is very stable energy. So this could be someone in the masculine's environment that they are leaving behind, considering as it was in the reverse. But overall, if this is the masculine that we're talking about, Queen of Coins in reverse to me kind of symbolizes someone who is like kind of leaving behind any of the, like the 3D type of materialistic values of that coins energy, and they're kind of moving forward and on, or transcending again, like moving up to another level is kind of what I'm hearing. So hopefully that resonated for somebody. So let's see what we have for the headspace of the masculine. We have the 7 of Cups. So perhaps the masculine is fantasizing, dreaming, having those vivid dreams we were talking about. Maybe this is them kind of, I'm seeing these clouds in the background. I kind of feel like he's breaking through the illusions. Again, it's kind of what I said at the beginning with this perception card. It's kind of like he's seeing the reality past these clouds, and I think he's starting to understand that any one of these cups is something that he could create into his reality. And so he's got to make a decision as to how he's going to bring the dreams, the fantasies into his actual world now, okay? He's seeing past the illusion perhaps of where maybe he was feeling overwhelmed before, not really being able to make those decisions, feeling very confused perhaps about how he was going to make this work. But I think consciously they're focusing now on like I said, what's real versus what perhaps was maybe hidden before from them consciously. And so I feel like the clouds are starting to kind of blow away from these golden cups, and the masculine is ready for a new beginning, guys. In their heart space, we have the Fool. And so I feel like he's ready to embark on this new journey. I feel like maybe, you know, I'm hearing like, I'm a fool for you. And so maybe in the masculine's heart space, they're feeling very foolish, perhaps. You know, maybe they're the type that doesn't really fall in love or show their emotions. And so this could make them feel very like childlike or naive, perhaps. But overall, like I said, I think in their heart, they're really yearning for this new beginning with the feminine. They want to start this journey. They want to trust and have faith that all is going to work out. And so this kind of young and childlike energy that they have going on right now in their heart space is very important, because, you know, it's like eventually with this perception card, it's like eventually, like I said, those things are going to fall away. The 3D illusions are going to kind of crumble, and what's real is going to be very obvious. And I think that that's what's happening for the masculine. It's just becoming very painfully obvious to them that you, feminine, are like their dream come true. This is the 2 of Cups. This is the energy of balance, of union, of true love, equal give and take, mutual feelings. It's also very spiritual energy, because 2 of Cups, it's not that 3D love. This is more deep than that. This is emotional. This is spiritual. And so, as I always say, the 2 of Cups is 2 people showing up with their cups full, not needing anything from anyone else. loving themselves enough to fill their own cup and not depending on someone else to do it for them or to give them something or to make them feel a certain way. I feel like the masculine is truly aware that you, feminine, are different from previous partners. And so again, with this Queen of Coins coming up in the reverse, I do feel like for a lot of you, this masculine or this group of masculines has left behind someone who perhaps they felt like they needed to satiate financially. Maybe they're leaving behind some sort of relationship that was based on finances, or some sort of tradition or like stable like type environment, maybe built around religion even. Or like I said, you know, this masculine or some of these masculines could have children, since the Queen of Coins represents that like mother nature like energy. So the way the masculine intends to move forward towards the feminine, we literally have the clearest message I think I've ever seen. The masculine is intending to do the work and become dedicated towards their true counterpart, the Empress, okay? Divine Feminine is the Empress, representing all four queens, okay? So I love these like phoenix wings in the background. It's almost like the Empress has become the Empress because she has risen from the ashes. She has gone through the journey of each and every queen, and now she has mastered each level. She is ascending, okay? She is ascended. And so the masculine, you know, this could also represent someone like, you know, maybe you and your masculine met through work. But for me, the Eight of Coins is dedication. It's hard work. It's putting in the work and the effort to build something solid. And so I feel as if the masculine could be working on their finances. They could be like, you know, getting their shit together behind the scenes, and preparing for this. Preparing for this person that they deem as their Empress. And so in their desired outcome, we have the Nine of Coins. And so going along with the whole theme here, and as we see, we have the Eight of Coins progressing to the Nine, but ultimately the Nine of Coins is about stability and freedom and independence. This is someone who is very capable of taking care of themselves, not depending on anyone else. And this is the pre-Empress energy. So it's like the masculine is literally desiring to get on the feminine's level, leaving behind old expectations perhaps from maybe partners who valued money or things or 3D, you know, shit more than love, more than spirituality, more than true connection. And so the masculine just wants to get on that level. They just want to be able to take care of themselves. They want to be free financially. They don't want to be burdened by anyone else. This is the single card. So this masculine, some of you, all of you, maybe a lot of you, this masculine is breaking free of that old situation. I keep hearing they're breaking free of the old situation. So sorry if I keep repeating it, but that's just what I keep hearing. They're breaking free and they're finding independence on their own, and they're doing so with a very specific purpose and goal in mind. So feminine, that goal is you. So let's take a look at the everyday tarot, which sometimes these cards get a little sticky, so we might get some little extra info from the feminine side. So let's see what we have for the feminine energy. And yeah, that was a very, very specific message. And it all just kind of fell and unfolded perfectly. So let's see what we've got. What's going on in the feminine's conscious thoughts for the masculine, or towards the masculine? What is going on in the feminine thoughts? Here we go. Wow, I didn't realize I needed to sing it. Wow, feminine. Okay. I was about to say, don't let me find out you're still thinking about this lack mentality, but we have the Six of Swords before that, so improvements, feminine, I see you. So what's going on in the feminine's heart space? Because I'm pretty sure the last reading I did, we were talking about the feminine perhaps being stuck in a place of lack. Or no, that was the masculine. Who knows? I can't even keep the reading straight anymore. All right, so we have Seven of Swords. Oh, goodness, in the feminine's heart space. Okay, and so let's see what we've got going on, how she views the masculine. I'm hearing cutting your losses. Okay, so... all right, so King of Pentacles and... wow, this is a very specific reading, guys. Very specific reading. I feel like it directly reflects back to this Queen of Coins now that the King of Pentacles is coming out. This is how the feminine views the masculine, as the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Interesting. All right, so let's see. What intentions does the feminine have moving forward? We have another 2. Justice and the Fool. Oh my gosh, guys. The cards. The cards. The cards don't lie, y'all. I'm telling you, like, for real. Sometimes I get cards and I'm like, this, you can't even make this up. You can't. You just can't. And the desired outcome for the feminine. Okay. All right. So let's see. I'm going to put this. I love the repeating energy too. I love it. Both masculine and feminine getting the 8 of Coins, the Fool. Interesting. All right, so guys, let me slide these cards over so that I can set them all down, and then we will talk about what's on the bottom of the deck and get into it for the feminine. All right, so... 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck for the feminine. So it looks to me like some of you feminines, maybe a lot of you, are recently very successful in something. This is victory. It is being publicly recognized, acknowledged, given your dues. Okay, and so as you can see, she's parading on this horse. She's sitting up very tall. She's got a wreath around her head as if she's been crowned. We even have the support of people behind her. So for a lot of you feminines, I'm hoping, you know, you've been very successful perhaps in business venture, just in general in life, just carrying on and being you. And but for some of you, I'm feeling like maybe you have like people like behind you, you know what I mean? In some way, shape or form, you have a lot of support from either peers or family, perhaps angels, ancestors behind you, just like helping you march your way to that victory, right? And so I love it too. It's like the victory here with the Queen of Coins. It's almost like this whole thing keeps coming back to the Queen of Coins energy. So for those of you who this is resonating for, this is about specifically someone being left behind, so that the masculine can move forward towards the feminine energy, okay? The divine feminine energy. So, in the feminine's thoughts, we have the 6 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles. So, feminine's healing. She's moving away from any sort of mental conflict or allowing herself to be, you know, feel manipulated or used, or any of that stuck energy that's conflicting, like anxiety, worries, fears, doubts, perhaps situations where she's felt like not understood. And instead of allowing herself to drown, she's moving past that lack mentality, okay? She's healing from this maybe feeling out in the cold, or or feeling like she was unloved or unwanted, perhaps. I think the feminine's moving past that. And I really feel in her heart space with the 7 of Swords. What did I say before, guys? What was I hearing? Cutting losses. I feel like the feminine is kind of like doing just that. Like she's like, I'm tired of being hurt. Tired of like feeling, you know, like no one understands me. And she's cutting her losses. She's picking up all she can carry. She's moving on, right? But also the 7 of Swords is that like strategizing energy, planning. And so this could be, you know, I love how he's stealing away into the night. It's sneaky. Could represent third party. And so I think maybe perhaps that could be on the feminine's heart, weighing on her heart, this like this sneaky energy perhaps between her and the masculine in the past. That's kind of what she's healing from, right? And so with it still being in her heart space, I think that, like I said, she's trying to figure out a way to kind of walk away from that and escape in the night unscathed, cutting her losses and just kind of moving on and like I said, picking up everything she can hold and just like walking away, right? But how she views the masculine, we have the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. So I always say how the feminine energetically already knows what's going on with the masculine. It's like the feminine intuitively knows what's going on. It's that feeling of, how do I know all of this stuff? I don't know anything really in the 3D, but I know it all in the 5D. Am I making this up? Am I crazy? No, because the feminine intuitively can sense her own self going through these changes and evolving and ascending, right? And so she views the masculine as the King of Pentacles, which is the counterpart to the Queen of Coins. And so with the Ace of Swords being right next to that, I think that maybe she can sense that the masculine's kind of standing up to, or telling the truth, or bringing clarity to the situation, or this is just what she's hoping for. She maybe sees the masculine as this like counterpart, this Pentacles type energy, or just like kind of in that 3D type energy. With the sword next to it, I feel like truth is very much needed. And so this could be what the feminine is wanting from the masculine, but I don't think so. I think she really just intuitively senses that the masculine is kind of finding that clarity, is seeing the truth, and maybe is understanding how they have perhaps given in to that ego or those 3D ways in the past. But I don't know, guys. Intentions, we have the Justice card and the Fool. So I definitely think the feminine intends to start over in some way, shape, or form. Feminine could just be giving her own self justice and being ready to walk off that cliff with or without somebody. This is a new beginning. So whether this is the feminine intending to start over with the masculine or start over on her own, the Justice card here just kind of tells me that the feminine plans to get her justice. I can't think of anything else to say. She plans to get her justice in one way or another. It's like she wants to be righted. She wants to be in that energy of feeling balanced. So she's ready to start over. She intends to do so. And the feminine is building and persevering and moving forward without the masculine. Because again, all of this is happening energetically. Feminine thinks she knows, or intuitively she might feel or sense these breakthroughs coming through from the masculine energy. But in the 3D, I kind of feel like she's just kind of trying to get the hell out of there and start over for herself. And whether or not justice comes from the masculine or she brings it to herself, she intends for it to be served, and she intends to move forward and create new things for herself. So 8 of Pentacles and the desired outcome, I think that the feminine does desire for the masculine to put the work into this relationship, right? But at the same time, as you can see with the 9 of Wands here, feminine's been wounded by this situation, okay? Feminine's hurt. She's guarded now. She could feel very burdened by all of this. And so here we have this figure looking on over here. It's like she wants to work on this, right? Her desired outcome is for them to build a stable, committed relationship together, but as of right now, this is just something that she's wanting. And so she perseveres anyway, because the wounded warrior keeps going. They don't stop. They don't lay down in the dirt. This isn't the 10 of Swords. She's going to keep going regardless of how she's felt hurt by the masculine in the past, regardless of you know, the reason why she's been. Just look at that. Like, look, she's got an arm in a sling. She's got a bandage around her head. Like, poor feminine over here, she's been through it, but she's going to keep going because she's determined. Wands represent the soul, and so she has work to do, right? She's going to keep persevering in her purpose, and in her path, regardless of, like I said, whether the masculine's putting in the work or not, she's going to keep putting in the work. Because again, she understands that we're living in the now, okay? It's not about tit for tat. It's not about, oh, we need to be together in the physical to do these things. Like that's not what it's about. So whether you are with your masculine or not, feminine plans to put in the work regardless and keep moving and keep going, because that's what she's here to do. Divine justice will be served regardless, because, you know, no matter what happens, if you're meant to be with someone, you're going to be with them regardless of how much time goes by or what type of tribulations you go through. You're going to end up being with that person because it's supposed to happen, right? And so instead of worrying about how it's going to happen or fretting over it, feminine strategizing a new way to have this new beginning, whether or not her masculine intends to join her. And I think that's really good, because guess what, guys? You are never without your twin flame. Ever. They're with you constantly. And a lot of times I'm like, go away, please. I don't want you here. But then at the same time, it's like, how do you tell yourself to go away, right? So sometimes when you feel like that energy of like, why does my twin flame run from me? I think I created a meme about this too, with Kermit the Frog looking in the mirror, like, why does my twin flame run from me? Well, because why are you running? I mean, it's all mirrored energy. Everything that you think your twin is doing to you, they're not. They're not even aware of what you're going through on that level. And perhaps they can sense and they know that they've hurt you, but they're not actually on that same level of you. And that's why, like I said, they're trying to level up. They're trying to get on that level that you are, feminine, because they see you. Okay, they see you going through all of this pain and torture and this separation, right? But they see you healing from that. They know that you're not dwelling in this any longer. They see you planning and strategizing this new life for yourself. They see you persevering. And again, they probably see your success. And this is what is driving them home. Okay, this is what is pushing them onward and towards you and into your arms, feminine. So again, if you feel like you've been waiting forever, you know, forever is just perception. It's just the perception of what forever is. You might feel like a month is forever. Or you could feel like, you know, a few seconds is forever. It just depends on what it is. But when you're without your twin flame in the 3D, yes, it could feel like forever, and it could feel like torment and torture not having them with you, because the energy you feel with them is nothing like you've ever experienced before. So I'm proud of the feminine for moving forward regardless, with or without the masculine, because again, it doesn't matter what's going on in the 3D. What matters is that the connection is real and energetically thriving on higher levels of consciousness. So as we kind of, what was that card? The Merkabah card. As we kind of transcend and those realities kind of blend, it becomes more and more possible for the reality that you want to see to actually manifest in the physical. So I'll quit blabbing now. Let's get some clarity for the masculine, just general clarity to kind of top off the general message of these combined cards. What do we have for the masculine? Okay, so we have the Sun and we have Judgments. So Sun, happiest card in the deck. Judgment, a wake-up call. So masculine's getting that wake-up call. They're starting to see the light. They understand that they could have this new happy beginning where they would actually like be free, where they could really just live in their truth. And you know, this is also good luck. It's optimism, prosperity, joy, self-expression. So I feel like the masculine is starting to also become very excited about what's to come after this main decision is made or this judgment is made. And so Again, with the Justice card coming up in the feminine, her viewing the Ace of Swords and the King of Pentacles as the masculine energy. Feminine could also be intuitively aware that there needs to be some sort of judgment, maybe in legal terms, like maybe something needed to be decided upon legally, assets, things of that nature, divorce, separation, all that stuff that falls under that category. I feel like that's exactly what the masculine has already gone through, right? Because here we have this, again, awakening, inner calling, reflection, and absolution, a reckoning, okay, and atonement. So it's kind of like the masculine's saying, oh, I'm remembering now what it is that I came here for. I remember now what I did, and I know that I have to atone for it. I need to make things right. And what's more right than a brand new beginning? The sun is the yes that the masculine's looking for to move this whole thing forward. And so again, perhaps maybe the sun wasn't able to come out until the masculine dealt with previous karma, situationships, whatever your specific case might be. Like I said, sun's not going to come out. That new beginning can't happen until the old is cleared away first. So let's see what we have for the feminine. We have the ring. Anything else? Oh, I love these cards were based on Once Upon a Time, and it's because I absolutely love this show and I think it's amazing. And oh my gosh, guys, the Empress on the bottom of the deck. So we have Snow White as the Empress here. So with the ring, this is Snow White's ring that was given to Prince Charming from his mother. It's almost like the same exact ring that I have on. It's a peridot. So anyway, the ring is also the Ace of Pentacles. New financial beginning, prosperity, abundance, security. This could also represent a proposal, as we see promising future, an investment, manifestation, and the Magician. So as we know, the Magician is all about manifestation. It's willpower. It's taking action. It's having the tools to make your environment, your reality come true. And so look, unlimited potential, confidence, spelled wrong, by the way, and passion. So I think that the feminine is really just focused on making her dreams come true. It's like she is making this commitment to herself. Maybe she wants a commitment from the masculine, sure, but with the whole reading going the way that it did for the feminine, I kind of feel like the feminine's investing in herself. She's not really worried so much about getting a ring or getting a proposal from the masculine anymore. I think she's more just worried about what her new beginning is going to look like, how she can manifest this new beginning and actually, create stability for herself. So again, feminine is investing in herself by embracing the now. So let's get into the Psychic Tarot of the Heart and see what challenge we have for the masculine coming up here. So let's see what challenge we have for the masculine. All right, here we go. Awaiting results. Seven of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, for the feminine, what do we have? Awaiting results. That's so funny. The masculine could literally be waiting on results from a judge, from court, from some sort of something. Okay, hopefully not awaiting like test results, but that's not for all of you. Either way, masculine is awaiting results. Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles is, oops, I just knocked my tree down. Seven of Pentacles is about planting the seeds and, as I always say, being patient enough to see what they've planted come into fruition. So more energy, pre-8 of Pentacles energy. It's like that patience and waiting for the seeds to grow, right? But this could also resonate on the same wavelength with the Justice energy and the Judgment card. They could be waiting to like finalize things perhaps. And so this could be a struggle for the masculine because they don't want to wait anymore. They really don't. They want to move things forward. They want to dedicate and put their efforts towards their Empress. And so any type of patience that is going to be required from the masculine here in the next week or so is going to be a struggle for them. So let's see what we have for the feminine. And then we will get into the messages. Wow, so we have the 8 of Cups for the feminine. So, you know, all this talk about the feminine moving on, right? Starting her new beginning with or without the masculine, investing in herself, moving forward even though she's wounded. The feminine struggle is moving on. She doesn't want to move on. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to walk away from the masculine. She doesn't want to leave the masculine behind. But ultimately, with no communication, the feminine in general knows that she needs to walk away from any situations that are not emotionally fulfilling for her. Okay? So walking away from the masculine or walking away from anything, anyone, any place that doesn't serve could be a struggle because it's like there are memories there perhaps. But ultimately, we know that the 8 of Cups is someone moving past things that didn't work to go in search of the 2 of Cups. So on a grander scale of things, regardless of what's going on in the conscious thoughts of the feminine, there's this energy of needing to leave behind the lower vibrational energy, right? So if the feminine feels as if the masculine is still in a lower vibrational energy by not being honest with them, by not telling them how they truly feel, by ghosting or not talking to them or leaving them out, they need to walk away from that sort of energy, even if it is their masculine. Because if it is their masculine that's treating them that way, it's for a reason. It's because there's growth that's needed. There are things that need to happen in order for the masculine to have those epiphanies and change their perception of things, okay? So let's talk about the Angels of Atlantis real quick. And let's get a card from the Archangels and see what advice we have for the masculine and the feminine. Okay, so what do we have for the masculine as advice? Whoop, Lord. I don't know if y'all just heard that, but my deck just almost crashed and burned on this table. This deck is actually kind of difficult to shuffle. Okay, so we have 2 for the masculine. We have Planetary Cycles and Ecstasy. Okay, so let's get some for the feminine as well. So we have Sandalphon and Zaphikiel. Zafkiel. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. So we have Gabriel, Inspiration for the feminine. And on the bottom of the deck, we have Beginnings, Samael. So I feel like for the twins, both of them are aware that new beginnings are on the horizon. I'm going to go ahead and read from the book here for some of these cards because, like I said, this is advice from the angels. I want to give you their advice, not mine. So let's see what we have for the masculine, if I can find it. Okay, so beginnings. Sorry guys, I wanted to go ahead and bookmark all of these so that I can just flip to them and not make you wait. So extraordinary new opportunities are dawning for you, drawing you to new people and new places and new projects. Shamael wishes to lovingly assist you, and as anxiety often precedes change, asks you to call upon the might of all the angels of Atlantis to help in order to arrive just where you would like to be. Before this fruitfully occurs, it may be appropriate for you to release old projects, old patterns of behavior, old ideas, old acquaintances. Oh, okay. So basically all that we talked about already, releasing the old to start anew, right? So see the new as a time to be met by the sun of the source with renewed vigor and well-being, just as you greet the new dawn, the new day, with love, hope, and joy. Chant Om Bur Bhava Sva, the beginning of the famous Gayatri mantra, to bring the new energies dancing through. Wow, that's interesting. Sorry if I mispronounced any of those things. So let's look at the masculine's energy. So we have Planetary Cycles. Sandalphon, as the angel of the earth element, is completely interwoven with the swiftly flowing changes of Earth's planetary structure. Many changes have been prophesized, and many changes are now occurring. This card invites you to look to your own natural cycles and see that you are an organic being living on an organic planet. If you're currently enjoying a birthday or anniversary, see it as a crucial cycle marker in this life on Earth, and ask, what aspect of your authentic self are you allowing to emerge at this time? Sandalphon is asking you to reveal how awe-inspiring you are and how you can allow the angels to carry you to a new level of inner peace, letting your true self come forth. Wow, so cycling back to perception, breaking free of the illusions and seeing your true reality, okay? Seeing you, your true self. That's beautiful. So chant Ha to stabilize the earth element within you. This will help you to ground yourself as you move through this cycle change, and thence to easily incorporate the many changes. So also, guys, planetary cycles, so many things have been going on astrologically that have been crazy town. And so it affects us all in some way, shape, or form. But overall, we've had a lot of work being done in like Saturn and Jupiter as far as like Capricorn energy is concerned, dealing with karma and things of that nature. And so this energy could have very well had an effect on the masculine, especially with the whole eclipse energy, the full moon eclipse. Like that was a big time of release. And this whole eclipse tunnel energy could just really be what is necessary energetically and astrologically to move the masculine forward on their journey. So, oops, let's see. So we have ecstasy as their second card. Zafkiel wishes you to know that divine ecstasy may come in at any moment, as a deep feeling of passion for your spiritual growth, or as an aspect of your love, whereby your whole being is transfixed with the choice you have made to join the mystical pathway. The two gatekeepers on this path are awe and joy, both of which are closely aligned to ecstasy. As you experience this heightened state, be aware of the whispers of the angels. As you see in the oracle, angels use this high-frequency opportunity to impart sacred, loving information to us about our journey. They give our higher self information about a choice we need to make, or how to open vistas of consciousness about our ethical existence. Trust the angels, for they will always have your heartfelt interest in their hearts. Chant Ha in the heart chakra to open this. Wow, I said Ha and I felt like my heart had chills in it. To open this channel of light-filled inspiration from the angelic realms. So for me, the general message here from the angels is to stand in your truth, to allow these cycles to play out, and know that on the other side of things is where ecstasy will be able to take place, right? So going back to the beginnings card, as we release the old, we make room for the new. So whatever was old obviously wasn't working. Therefore, we have all of these awakenings and these epiphanies and this perception check that the masculine's having. And they're starting to see what needs to be cleared away in order to bring about this new beginning. So for the feminine, we have inspiration. Take a deep breath and visualize your breath force as a beautiful blue light filling you. Gabriel will guide you to connect with the flow of the universe with God's breath. When flow occurs, thus Gabriel removes the tensions and holding points that have prevented you from creating love and joy in your life. Inspiration means to be influenced by the divine, and if you can take several moments to enjoy Gabriel's breath as your breath, relaxation will abound and creative ideas will swiftly flow into your consciousness. Therefore, allow stillness to facilitate the flow. Pushing doesn't allow, it merely creates resistance. Chant Ra Amen 3 times for the channel of angelic inspiration to remain open and yet protect yourself with a golden light around your aura as you move through the business of life. Thereby, you will protect the exquisite vulnerability of your soul's truth. So I kind of feel like this ties back to the change card, going with the flow, breathing as if you are, you know, God's breath in a sense, or connecting with that Christ consciousness and allowing yourself to flow with the inspiration of your own soul. Allow yourself to shine. Allow yourself to live in your own truth, feminine, and don't go back on that, no matter what's happening in the 3D, okay? So whatever changes, whatever punches you're rolling with right now, understand that it's all to bring about your highest self, okay? So trust that flow of inspiration, connect with your guides, your angels, and allow yourself to really be free to create. So let's see what messages we have from the feminine to the masculine as we end the reading finally, for those of you sleeping. So we have, I'm living in the moment. What the hell, guys? You guys, literally what we were just talking about, living in the moment, not resisting change, going with the flow, living in the now, experiencing and appreciating the moment of now and not worrying about what's to come, just being willing to persevere on your soul's path and staying in your truth. That is beautiful information. I love it. Perfect cards coming out. And then we have, I want to wake up next to you every day. So the feminine, as I said, she doesn't want to move on from the masculine. She wants to be with the masculine. But again, if justice isn't being served, then the feminine kind of has no choice but to, like I said, invest in herself and to allow her own inspiration to help create this new reality for her, okay? So regardless of what the feminine wants, she knows that she needs to keep persevering on her own journey, okay? So do we have any other messages from the feminine? Maybe like one more. 1 or 2. And I envision the life I desire with my twin as if it has already been attained. So feminine, with that magician energy, she's manifesting. She's perhaps imagining this new life that she's building and just kind of, you know, visualizing her masculine walking right beside her, even if he's physically not. And that is really great energy as well, because things aren't going to manifest into your physical reality if you're not able to accept them and embrace them energetically first. So feminine is using the skill of a visualization in her manifestations of the masculine. So I kind of love that too. So let's see what we have from the masculine to the feminine. Messages do we have from the masculine to the feminine? How many do we have there? 3 and 3. All right, I'll take it. We have distance was necessary for me to find myself. So, like I said earlier, guys, any setbacks, any type of crap that you're going through, it's because it's all aligning for the highest purpose. You know, masculine wasn't ready before. They needed to be apart from the feminine in order to truly break through those illusions, okay? They couldn't have just held your hand while you did it. They needed to do it for themselves. Because feminine, you're not here to drag the masculine along on your journey. This is about your personal journey, right? Which is exactly the way that it is for them. It's their personal journey. They need to come to these realizations and understand things in their own time, okay? Because, you know, think about it. It's kind of like when you give someone the answers. Like, give someone the answers, then they just have that information. They didn't do anything to work for it. They didn't actually learn it. And so without the distance, the masculine wouldn't have had that need to go in search of a higher purpose, okay? We also have 333. My prayers are being answered and I am divinely guided. So I think the masculine is starting to understand that, you know, they're not alone, right? They're not. They could be connecting with their own ancestors and angels, perhaps seeing lots of signs and things that are making them truly believe in something again. You know, with their prayers being answered, it's kind of like, again, masculine's been through a lot of shit, right? And so perhaps they've kind of turned to spirituality in a sense to kind of help them go through what it is that they're going through as far as karmic situations and things like that. So, and look at that. I am completing an important cycle. So masculine is doing the work, guys. They are, and they are making their way back to you because that is what they have planned, okay? So let's get some musical messages and see what we have. And this could go either way, guys, whether it's messages from the masculine to the feminine or vice versa. This could just be songs that could mean a lot to you as far as lyrics are concerned. But I do love each and every one of these songs. I'm actually in the process of creating a volume 2. So stay tuned for that. We have Waiting for a Girl Like You. So it's more than a touch or a word can say. Only in dreams could it be this way when you love someone. And that's by Foreigner. So again, masculine, in their conscious thoughts, we have the 7 of Cups, dreaming, fantasizing. So I kind of feel like this is a message from the masculine. You know, they realize that this is kind of like them walking on a dream. Like they don't really know how to grasp it. I feel like sometimes they feel like it's only true in dreams. They can't believe that they have you in their life. And so maybe that's kind of like that feeling of too good to be true. So we also have You're the Inspiration by Chicago. So you should know everywhere I go, always on my mind, in my heart, in my soul. So like I said, no matter where you go, no matter what's going on in the physical, doesn't really matter what it looks like in the 3D because you are your twin flame. You can't really go very far, you know what I mean? Even if it is like, oh gosh, we aren't together in a 3D physical relationship right now, but like doesn't really matter because energetically there is no connection that is like the connection you have with your twin. So regardless of whether they're with someone else or whether they're single, they're not feeling that same energy with that other person if they're with another person. So we have 1,000 years. All along I believed I would find you. Wow. Okay, so I'm thinking about Edward and Bella walking down the aisle like she's about to become a vampire and spend the rest of her life with him. And it's just crazy because she's not like other kids, right? She's not normal. Listen, Bella was never normal. She was a weird kid, didn't really connect with other humans. You already knew she was never meant to be a human. She was destined to be with Edward, right? And obviously we're talking about Twilight. So, you know, for those of you who think Twilight is boring or stupid, like I apologize, but it's that concept of being meant to be with someone, transcending 3D reality and somehow being pulled to that person, and your reality is shifting and things changing and completely turned upside down. But it's because that string of fate, right? That energy of belonging to someone, looking for them lifetime after lifetime and just trying to find them and be with them, right? So that's what this song is about. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years and I'll love you for 1,000 more. And so, you know, this is that energy of like just kind of surrendering to like, time has brought your heart to me. So again, time being an illusion, it's like after everything that you've gone through, it doesn't really matter what's going on physically. The heart, like, that energy of bringing time, bringing the heart. Like, it's just so deep and spiritual. Like, I don't know, I'm rambling, I know that for sure, but I just feel like both twins are fully aware that this has transcended lifetimes. It's just like I said at the beginning with that Merkabah card, there's more to this. It's not just what we're going through right now. It's not just what we can see with our eyes. This has gone on for lifetimes. Different dimensions, different universes, and you can never really know, right, until you know. But that's the point of perception. That's the point of Merkabah, of change. All of these cards coming together, showing that these illusions are breaking down, okay, that everything is starting to interweave and connect. So from this moment on, you're the reason I believe in love, and you're the answer to my prayers from up above. All we need is just the two of us. My dreams came true because of you. So Shania Twain, about to make me cry. So I really feel too like the masculine is working their way back, right? Feminine is just working her way. And so I think feminine's kind of got it out of her head that masculine's coming. And so I want to just tell you guys to have faith, okay? This victory card here, it's very foreshadowing, and I really feel as if the masculine is going to come in and finally put in the work, okay? For those of you who have been waiting a really long time, and for those of you who resonate with this reading, I do feel like the masculine knows. It's undeniable. There is no one that's like you, feminine, because no one has provided this deep spiritual love to them before. So they are making the changes. They are closing out those cycles, and like with that card of awaiting results, they're not happy about waiting either. I feel that very deeply. So if this reading resonated with you, I don't know why I put this card back on the top of the deck. If this reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comments. And if you would like to connect with me and chat, or if you'd like to purchase a private reading, please feel free to check out my information in the description box below. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the reading. I know I did. And I love you guys. I hope you're staying safe and well out there. And I will see you soon. Bye.